First off, the Rockets have been excellent in transition, and to run in transition, you got to defend, and secondly, you got to space the floor properly, and the Rockets have done a good job pressuring the basketball, and they've leaned on that ball pressure down in late stretches of games.
The Rockets trying to make it 8 in a row. Down low to Collins, and he's able to force it up and in. Choosing misses, rebound to Collins. Threw it back and threw it away. The Jazz lead the NBA in turnover rate, and it leads to that!
And that's where the Rockets have been doing their damage.
Especially with this group in the starting lineup, should be able to take advantage of it.
Craig, it's a whole different team than what we saw early in the season. We thought we were going to be watching paint dry, and they've been one of the quicker teams in transition since. Van Vliet doesn't mind banging with the 7-footer. We've seen him going at it with the league's best, and when we took on Wemby a couple games ago and had no problem.
Here comes Sexton, a little flip shot off the glass, got it up and in time.
What you saw there is called a scram. Whenever Van Vliet gets caught on a big, the low man wants to scram him out. And that's how you keep Van Vliet out the paint.
That gets knocked out of Hendricks' hands. Rockets push again, have numbers. Down the middle of the lane goes Dylan Brooks.
He really made his name known at UCLA.
Could have used him.
Oh, Craig, don't start that, Craig.
Dylan Brooks picking up right where he left off. And just 3 and 15 since the trade deadline as they traded away 3 rotation guys, including former Rockets legend Kelly Olynyk. Leaning 3, good, his second. Skip pass all the way from one side of the floor to the other. The ball fake, now the open look. 3 threes for Fred VanVleet.
You got great body language, Craig.
I
You're ready to work, and you're focused.
I'm always ready.
Yeah. You were great last night at the gala, too.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Jalen Green for 3. He, too, along with Fred VanVleet, has 11 in the first. With those transition lobs.
Yes, I remember I said Amin Thompson had
like
no more.
That is no longer a problem. I mean, these things are happening now like in handfuls each and every game.
We do this great interview. He's awesome, and as we're getting ready to say goodbye, oh, Craig.
Uh-oh, we got another one. Another meeting between the Rockets and an opponent.
Well, those two got into it the last time. I don't know if these two are going to be able to finish the ball game because the intention.
After review, Dunn and Smith have both been assessed fighting technical fouls and are both ejected from the game.
Vernon Maxwell, great dude, by the way.
Okay, let's get back to the pregame. Before the game, Jeff Green threw the ball off the backboard, caught it and windmilled it, and he's still on a heater.
Jeff Green got a piece of another shot, this time by Sexton. Kessler picks it out of there, it's swarmed, and able to step back and throw it in. Tough tournament for Auburn.
Kentucky also.
Yeah. And a great opener for the U of H is Jeff Green. 17 points, couple of rebounds, 4 assists, 5 of 6 shooting from 3. That pass, not great, but look at the length and the size of Kessler reaching up for it, knocking it in, and he got pushed. So he'll Dylan Brooks for 3. But it's 3 for 3, by the way. It's nice and soft and cuddly as Clutch the Bear. So
well, Clutch appreciates that, you know.
Quickly, off the inbounds, 3-ball number 6. And Jayshawn Tate got a piece of the ball. That's why those extra steps by Collins didn't count. That should be a great matchup. The Magic are legit. They're on the rise. The Rockets have been playing legit basketball. They're on the rise, and that should be just a fantastic matchup against the Magic. He's a guy who can impact the game when he's not scoring. Turnaround Collins now with 15 points.
He's on a heater, as you say.
6 of 7 now. He's made all 3 of his threes. He's got 16 points. He's the Rockets' second leading scorer. Sexton with the step and score.
Go score the ball, right?
Yes.
Murph, we're seeing the best basketball we've seen in a long time from the Rockets. Why is that? What do you see, man? You've seen the game forever.
Everybody's trying to do what's necessary at that moment. Number 3, they've changed up a little bit. They've gone with the little speed up and down the floor now.
Because let's say for the younger generation of Rockets fans, they've known you forever here on the TV side. You called games for years.
Oh my goodness.
You're now doing pre-half and post-game shows. It's an honor to work with you.
Just be you. As long as you don't use any four-letter words, we're good.
And a reminder to stay tuned for Adam Wexler and Calvin Murphy for Rockets Halftime presented by Lexus. That's coming up in mere seconds from now. Now, I know Utah's been struggling and have been fading, and 3 games in 4 nights now, and defense hasn't been good for too much as Jalen Green glides and scores.
That was a business decision, John. Told you he had an off-the-backboard windmill to start, in pregame.
Dylan Brooks, he's got 12. Internships can do great things. I too was an intern.
Many moons ago.
Many moons ago, as Van Fleet stays just. Shout out to, it's Sam Houston State University night tonight here at Toyota Center. On the other side goes Sexton. Those are the 2 Jazz players in double figures. Green to Green. Back to Green. A lot of Green. And that one back to the other Green. Deflected and stolen by the Jazz. Here comes Sexton. Right down the middle of the lane. 30 through 39. Never saw him, so yeah, if you can, try to connect with me, and I'd love to have a chat with you and answer any questions that you might have. Don't want to disappoint any of the youngsters out there as Hendricks backs down and scores. This is why the Rockets have the ball here. But yeah, George Pistolas was the Rockets president/CEO as Jalen Green pulls back and knocks down another 3. Helps seat Jalen Green. I mentioned the plus-minus, averaging a plus 12 in the 10 games this month, 9 of which the Rockets have won, trying to win their 10th in their last.
There's so many Rockets, too many almost to count. That's Coach Ime Udoka.
Rockets that time got ball watching it, easy one for Hendricks. High leverage, important games here down the stretch. And the Rockets are winning lots of them, and Green, 15 points in the quarter. Remember, he tied his career high with 42 at the Wizards, so he's obviously got a shot. Speaking of shots, Fred VanVleet has pretty much made every shot tonight.
Stephanie does great reporting for us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Our favorite.
Yeah, it's my new nickname.
Oh my goodness! No more! What I'm seeing right here.
Moonball! 24 threes, a season high and counting. And hey, look, I've talked about this before. Of course, Rudy T is smiling. He was ahead of his time. Now,
yes.
The amount of threes and the volume they took in those days. Comes off multiple screens, says Jalen Green. Draws a crowd. Landale jumps it into Tate. What a pass.
The whole Rockets team and coaching staff, they are just loving what Jalen's doing, man. Cheering him on.
Kessler able to whirl.
The consistency and the defense.
Aaron Holiday's second basket.
Can't imagine why San Antonio can't do that with the 7-4 guy down there. But
I like Kessler. I think he's going to have a real good career. Sexton, 1-on-2.
I'd be tired playing against him in Thompson. I mean, he hits the glass every time.
That guy goes up and gets shots, does he not? Kessler. That guy just. After this one is over, 35 and 35. Cleaning it up, Nate Williams.
From a coach's mindset.
This season, hopefully there'll be bonus basketball after the 82 regularly scheduled games. That's the first made 3 for the Rockets.
How hard he's played and how well he shot the basketball.
James Harden did it 3 times. Chandler Parsons once. Williams got George there, and that'll be a 4-point opportunity. Was that a fake Space City mic flag and microphone by a Rockets fan?
It looked pretty real to me.
Was that Stephanie? That
must be Stephanie.
That must be Stephanie.
That's who Vernon Maxwell was talking about.
That's who Vernon Maxwell loves.
I don't think I've ever seen that. I mean, you guys are really popular.
Stolen by Williams. And they'll dunk it. 144.
Well, what an unbelievable person, man. There's so much love for him. He deserves it.
Sensible. Fred VanVleet, franchise record tying 10 threes in a season high 34. And the Rockets with an impressive rout of the Jazz here tonight.